Hi everybody, I wanted to just do a quick video about what we've come up with for my multiple machines. I've seen a few questions about that lately, about, using multiple machines and where you put them. And this is what we've come up with, and we kind of just got it finished, so I wanted to show you guys. I run 4 machines pretty much all day, every day. I cut big stencils is what I do. I cut 12 by 24 stencils and, different kinds of stencils. So that's why I use so many machines. I have 3 makers, and I do have an Air 2, which is actually my best machine. I love it the most. It cuts my most intricate stencils for me. But anyway, so I didn't have a lot of room, so we wanted to come up with a way to condense the machines so they weren't taking up all my room on my my desk and my table, because I needed workspace to process orders, ship orders, all that good stuff. So I needed my workspace back. So we came up with this idea. This is the actual brand is called NSF. It's like a Metro shelving unit, but it's actually my husband ordered it from a restaurant supply place. And it is a 24 that way, it's 18 this way, so it's an 18 by 24. I believe it's like 64 inches tall or something strange. But he actually ordered this one because of the big casters that are on it, because I needed to be able to move it back and forth, into that space right there against the wall, and then bring it out when I needed to use it. So I needed those big casters. So it's 18 inches wide this way. I thought I needed something, the width of my machine, but you really don't. You just need the width of, where your mat's going to come out. So what my husband did was, oh, and by the way, this shelving unit comes with 4 shelves, and he just ordered 2 extras for me so I could keep some of my stuff up there. So the 2 top shelves, or whatever, 2 of the shelves are ordered extra. So what he came up with was these have these metal bars, obviously, and since I run the longer mats, the mats would get caught in these bars if it constantly went back and forth. So I was always trying to have to, even on the table, or if it went somewhere else that it was going to get caught, if it wasn't something slick, I would need to put something there. So he came up with this. It is really underlayment. He runs a flooring store, so it's underlayment for flooring, but it's pretty much just like a thin plywood, and it's really soft and slick, so the mat runs on it really good. So what he did was just made a template for the size of the shelf, but then he made it into a T on the front, so it supported my machine. So the legs would come down past this, and it wouldn't sit up high enough, and that would keep this from working correctly. The Air, it's fine because it's designed different, but the makers, it would keep this from opening and closing correctly. So he made this into kind of a T to support the legs of the machines. So what he did in the front is, you can get the plastic extenders from, not really extenders, support from that one that 143 vinyl has. It goes under the machine, and it has the arm that kind of telescopes out to support a bigger mat. So this is what we have come up with. It's the same underlayment. It's not connected at all. It's just separate. And he just cut it, to the width where it would fit within that. And then it actually just slides right under the machine, because the machine has these little feet, or legs, I don't know what you want to call that. So anyway, so when I'm using it and I need the support, the mat supported, I just pull this out and it supports the mat. It can drape forward. I mean, you really don't want it to do that. And if that happens, then if your mat is not sticky enough, then it's gonna make the material come up off your mat when it drapes forward. So you really don't want that to happen. If you're using a 12 by 12 mat, that doesn't really happen. So anyway, so when I'm done with it, I can just push these in, and then I can push this whole shelving unit against the wall, and it gets out of the way. So that's really helpful for me to be able to just pull it out to support the mats. And we kind of had to adjust, because my iPad Pro goes here, so it's bigger. So so we had to leave a little bit more, but these are pretty much completely adjustable. You can see all these little notches. And then the 2 extra shelves, this is just my stencil material. And then these are my extra 12 by 24 mats. And just FYI for anybody who's interested in this and using 12 by 24 mats, this might be good information. Cricut actually has bulk 12 by 24 mats. They actually have bulk 12 by 12s too. But that bulk pack of 25 mats was $128, I believe. I'll link that if this is a YouTube video, if you're watching this on YouTube. I'll link that in the description below, and I'll also link where we got the shelf. But the mats are a little bit cheaper if you buy them in bulk than the off-brand mats that you get on Amazon or whatever else. And I don't know about y'all, but there's nothing like a Cricut mat. The off-brand ones are okay, but for what I do, it's really what, I guess it doesn't matter what you do, but they're the perfect stickiness. They're sticky enough to keep my stencil material on it, but they're not too sticky that I'm gonna rip the stencil material as I'm taking it off. So I love my Cricut mats, and bulk is obviously awesome. So since I run so many mats or machines, you'll probably be asking. I've gotten several questions about this in the past, but you can run several off the same computer. You can't off like the tablets, the iOS and stuff like that, but you can off of a computer. So it doesn't really matter which, but my Air and my bottom maker down there are both run through USB straight to the computer. Obviously they can be Bluetooth, but with everything else going on, I just didn't want, you know, the interference, and you could lose connection with Bluetooth. So those two are connected through USB. I have an older Mac, so these are the regular just USB ports and cords that, you know, the big one, not the small one that the new ones have. And so what you do is, if you have more than one computer, then you just open a new window. You can go right here, and it just asks you, or it just says new window. You click that, it opens a new window. I know those machines are kind of loud, but so this is my maker and this was my Air. So you just have 2 windows open. Technically I could have another window because I do have another USB port, but I run this one off of an old iPad, so it's Bluetooth. And then I run this one off of my iPad Pro. So it's also Bluetooth when I'm using it. I did this video since that one wasn't running at the moment, so y'all could see a little bit better. But those 2 are Bluetoothed, and then these are connected, hardwired in with USB cord. But you just open a separate window and you can run more machines that way. So anyway, I think I've gone over everything. I'm not for sure, but if there's anything I didn't or questions you have, just ask and I will do my best to answer them. So like I said, when all this is done and I push all the extenders in, then I just push all of this against the wall so then it's flat and it's out of my way, and then I can walk by my table and everything else. Listen to that quiet. I don't hear that very often. They all got finished. So anyway, like I said, ask questions if you have them, and I will do my best to answer.